Hi everybody, this is Old Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to One Piece chapter 1181. So, yeah, uh, Gaban gave his tough love speech to Luffy, which, I think the overall message is something that Luffy needed. It's just the approach to it, and perhaps the reasoning behind why Gavan did it. I don't think it was great, but it's something. It's something. It can still help Luffy. Well, two things can be true at once. that I think Gavan was just overly harsh because of him projecting and just, selfishly wanting Luffy to be something that he isn't, wanting him to be exactly just what Roger needed him to be, instead of looking at Luffy the person, So at the same time, Luffy has gotten, I'd say, a little cocky. I feel like with him gaining Gear 5, he's gotten too confident in his abilities. Like, yeah, he wasn't able to beat the Gorosei, but there hadn't really come to a point where he just wasn't able to do anything. And literally at the start of this fight, he says something like, right now I feel invincible. So I think it really emphasizes how Luffy is kind of rushing to get to be, the great pirate that Shanks told him to be when they're finally reunited. And, just Shanks being such a relevant person in this arc also just fueled Luffy's desire to just get, to that place without actually taking the proper steps. So Luffy did need to kind of like, step back a little and think more of how actually, he's not at his peak yet. He still needs to work more on it. And be more knowledgeable about his fruit. And, just, I'd say, be aware that there's still quite a bit of work that he needs to do. Because he's most definitely not at the level where he can take on Imu one-on-one and be equal with him. He just isn't. But he was acting like he is. So, yeah. And I also liked, in that moment with Gavan when he's like, if you even you see him as a threat, then you're telling us that this boy is the very man we've all been waiting for. Like, something really positive about that is how Gaban all this time has been waiting. You know, like, Roger still means so much to him. And I'd say even more so Roger's will. I bet like that's like one of the biggest reasons as to why Gaban wants to live long enough to see the new dawn. But at the same time, he's willing to sacrifice himself to make it happen even if he's not there to see it. That's how much his love for Roger, it's still, so palpable. Well, at the same time, I think it's, affecting the way that he's been interacting with Luffy so far. Also, there was this line from Emu. Okay, here. No, never mind. I didn't. Okay. Oh, here. Indeed, we have been foolish. Who is this we? Is it just Emu and the Gorosei? Or is it Emu and all the people, in those panels when Gaban says he's been waiting for Luffy? I don't know, it could be both options, but that was an interesting way too for Emu to respond. But yeah, the last page ended with Gaban losing an arm and Luffy noticing it. So let's see where we go from here. Chapter 1191. Oh, that's a really cool color cover. I really like all the colors in it. It seems everyone has an afro, except for Zoro. Too cool for school. And also the girls don't either because they don't find it cool. And Brook is like, the one that's the most zoomed in because he's, the only one who actually has an afro. I mean, you could argue Usopp kinda if he lets his hair all out without being in like a ponytail. But, attention is never brought up to it. Alright. Why am I still alive? Oh, Luffy. Oh, that hurts. He's like basically saying, what value do I have in being alive right now if I can't protect anything? If I go out of this form, it's gonna be bad news. Titled, There's Still Loki. Okay. Hey, old man guy. Damn it. He got my arm. Sorry, it's only because you were defending me. Don't be stupid, I've lost my hope in you. I was fighting for Elbap's sake. I'm gonna take this as Gaban being a little bit of a tsundere. I think he's just saying that because he doesn't want Luffy to feel guilty. I guess we can't let things end this way, huh? Old man guy, who is he? Who is... It's not something anyone ought to know. If I had to call him anything, it would be God. Ho ho. I was thinking devil, but you know, Emu already said, right? Like, what even is the difference between a god and a devil? The underworld. Alright, we're changing scene. Well, I mean, technically, Gaban was falling. But he managed to stay in one of the tree branches. Okay, Conqueror's hacking, making the animals down there pass out. Crew of the King of the Pirates. Oh, I failed to foresee what would become of those mere children at God Valley. I mean, yeah. I don't know actually how old the Roger Pirates would be in that era, but you know, like, even someone being like 100 years old would probably feel like a child to Emu. But we don't really know exactly how old Emu is, but at least like 900 years old. But okay, I guess Emu is reflecting on, let's say, overlooking important people before. Also, we had that panel, you know, of like, you know, one flashback panel last chapter, where Emu told the Gorosei like, oh, you know, don't let the D in gold, you know, the D initial in Gold Roger's name be something that, you know, everyone is aware of. Yeah, why is the D on the King of the Pirates? Spread not that name. So, like, was the D ever in his wanted poster? And it was changed? If it was just like one edition for like, you know, a couple of months. Then I can understand why people would forget. But, do you think that the world government would be like, if you ever see someone with a D initial, just don't print it. Just do the first name and the last name. Or if they don't have a last name, just do the first name. And that's it. Yeah, interesting oversight. I should have eliminated all of it, along with rocks, on that day, years ago. Whoa, a transformation? Yo. Emu now is looking even more, typical devil depiction than before, somehow. We're not seeing the full body, just, a silhouette, but even with, like, you know, the face, with, like, the way that the horns changed. Yeah. Alright. Yo, surely, right? You must have a time limit to be outside of Castle Pangea? We're not seeing Emu be like, yo, damn, I need to wrap this up, otherwise in 5 minutes I'ma just collapse. None of that so far, but surely, right? Okay, Owl Library, Sunworld. Rear entrance tunnel. Oh, I'm so glad. All the books are fine then. Yes, Biblo saved them all. Yeah, what's the deal with this owl? So here's the thing, Chopper. I was hoping you could talk to Biblo for us. Oh, yes. Yes. We need to know what this owl has been thinking. What's going on that head? It seems like he's trying to tell us something, but I can't tell what it is. Really? I just assumed Biblo was a silent owl. Who? Huh? Okay. Is Chopper actually gonna tell us what Biblo actually said? Don't change scene yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Emu, but like, come on. Biblo is definitely more important than initially than I initially thought, for sure. Okay. Conqueror's Hockey just blasting about from Emu. Oof. Both Gaban and Luffy are really feeling it. Alongside their injuries. Ooh. I'm not sure what Emu just did. Punch a branch of the tree? Okay. An impressive feat to escape Honevami's wrath at the cost of only one arm. Yo. What even? Yeah, I'm gonna need to like see this and the other design side by side. But there's definitely enough differences to me to be like, you know, like what's going on? I'm guessing this is one that's like more powerful, but it'll take a toll on Emu's body. Yeah, what's going on with like the eyes going around? That was already there? I'm not sure. See, this is why I need them side by side. Oh, here we go. Okay, no, the eyes were not in the tail surrounding Emu's legs. Oh, the Elbeth-like pants are just gone. As well as the skulls that were on them. The belt is similar, but there's more circles on it. And wait, the skulls are in Emu's chest now. Interesting. And now we can see the tattoo, or it looks like a tattoo. But I don't remember which one it is. It's, you know, one of the covenants. The arms completely changed, of course. Yeah, the, you know, the karma-like fire going around Emu's arms with the eyes is new as well. And I think that's it. Hey, you're stepping on my line. I couldn't just let you get off free after an attack like that. I'd give you a round of applause, but you know. There will be nothing left of thee after the next. Is that him? But he looks different. Take your people and get off Elbeth now, Straw Hat. Oh shit. You know, I can't do that. You're a dead man walking here. You're useless. So are you. You can't fight like that. I don't know. We've definitely had characters like, you know, losing an arm in battle and just continuing on. So I think Luffy is wrong. He literally, you know, during Dressrosa lost his arm and kept fighting even right after that, so... Granted, Gaban is significantly older, but he is a badass, you know, he's built different. So have a little faith. Honevami! You can't do it! Run! Old man guy! Oh, Gavan, is Loki gonna step in? Oh, it's Hajrudin. I mean, he was closer, he was already heading here. But I just said Loki because of the title of the chapter. Gungnir! Hajrudin! Oh, it connected though. But I don't think he's gonna be able to do much. He's really putting some force on that punch though. Oh boy. Emu is releasing a little karma flame. Oh, another boot? Or is it Hajrudin's own? Okay. Hajrudin was just, you know, just changing his stance a little to get better footing. And he did punch Emu away somewhat, but you know, that doesn't seem to be doing much. And it still sent the karma flames right as Emu was being launched to, I don't know, to the big Adam tree? Emu's coughing again though, so that's good. Oof. Hajrudin's shield got broken, but it doesn't seem like he's that injured. You'll never get me with that one again. Yasan, how can this be? He took off your arm? Thanks for the help, Hajrudin. But he's immortal. There's no way to win. Help Straw Hat Luffy escape. Whoa. Straw Hat! Hey, stay out of this! I'm not running away! Listen to me, boy. What can you do with those injuries? I'm healing up my wounds right now. What nonsense are you talking? Can he actually do that? I'm still not sure. He's just saying he can. But like, we've never seen him do it without eating first. I made sure to fight on a full stomach. Don't worry, I can do this. That's not real logic. You can't keep fighting, it's clear. Oh, bombs. Whoa. Oh, thanks, Hajrudin. Oof. Yo, the shading on that panel. Like, poor Hajrudin, but the shading kind of went crazy there. Hajrudin! Gah! Here he comes. Pull back so we can come up with a plan, Hajrudin. Remember, Yasan, Elbaf will never give in. Our warriors are always prepared to die in a glorious battle. Don't be stupid, you will die. But if I die, there's still Loki. So that's where the chapter title comes from. Ooh, damn though. That goes to show how much faith and trust Hajrudin has, you know, acquired over the arc. I mean, he wouldn't say it to his face, but that's how much he's actually relying on him. Now that his outlook on him has started to change. Though it is sad that Hajrudin, you know, is putting so much value on what Loki can bring. But for himself, he's just like, you know, what if I sacrifice myself? Loki is better for this anyway. That's right, brother! Loki? Square up! Okay. And Loki, I'm all better too. I don't know about that. What's wrong with these guys? You get used to them. Gomu Gomu no! Triple General! Ho! Gokaku sovereignty! Let's freaking go! It seems like Imu was getting like ready to block it. But it was still a cool last panel of the chapter. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, am I looking at the panel correctly when Luffy says I'm all better too? Because I think that's just Luffy bullshitting. Like, there is no way that he managed to heal up from those 2 wounds already. You know? I think that's just Luffy trying to make Gaban feel better, but also just him being very prideful as well. Alongside just his need to live up to, you know, people's expectations of him, and to be a great pirate enough to, at the very least, you know, buy enough time so that Imu will leave. But yeah, I don't, or at least I'm hoping that Luffy's not actually fully healed here. He's just fighting with 2 holes in his chest. Basically going above and beyond of his limits. Well, you know, all the damage is still there. Because, you know, I said that when Luffy first got impaled by Imu. Like, I don't want Luffy to be all fine and dandy. You know, fairly quickly. Otherwise, the impact of that moment will be definitely lessened. And I just don't feel like Luffy will be able to learn a big lesson if he's actually able to be a big contribution to the fight afterwards. But hey, it was nice to see Loki and Hajrudin fight together. Not only that, they have their own synchronized combined attack. Like, when did they ever have time to come up with something like that? Never. Like, I feel like they must have come up with that on the spot, because, like, they've never gotten along before, so, you know, sure. But, you know, it's still really sweet to see these 2 strange brothers finally come together and put aside any differences that other people have tried to impose on them, as well as just, you know, their own trauma not letting them bond. But yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on with Imu's new form. So I'ma see other people's opinion on that. Okay, yeah, we did not go back to it, but what the hell is going on with Biblo? Like, there is no way that Chopper had that reaction, and it's not gonna be something crucial to the plot. I feel like, I don't know. Like, Biblo knows a lot of shit, but doesn't care enough to actually do something about it. Or hey, you know, maybe I'm just being mean to the owl. Maybe it's because there hasn't been anyone to communicate with them. But yeah, Gavan just telling Luffy multiple times to just get out of Elbaf and grab his friends and go. It just wasn't gonna happen. It would be different if Imu was just here for the Straw Hats, but that's not the case at all. They're here for the Giants. So Luffy's just gonna stay here. He's not gonna leave without making sure that, you know, at the moment he leaves, everyone is safe and sound. And the threat is gone for the moment. You know, that's just not Luffy. And just, you know, the guilt would eat him up. And just being such a crazy reminder that of how much, you know, he has left in order for him to truly be let's say to have the strength, not just of, you know, physical strength, but rather the historical impact of becoming king of the pirates. So he's being very stubborn, but who knows, right? How long, how further can his stubbornness take him right now? Because I still think there is a big possibility that the arc will end with the good guys taking considerable losses. And that doesn't have to mean death. It's just, you know, like, Imu will succeed in, like, kidnapping the children or something. And just, you know, Elbaf is being destroyed to a very, just, you know, to a really big point. And just, there will be no big celebration or nothing. It's just, oh, the Holy Knights and Imu are not here, but you know what they did. It's still just something that we can't ignore. But I'm gonna leave this here for now. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And if you have some thoughts, leave them down below in the comments. But yeah, see you next time.